Hey everyone, Walsh here from Thinline Defense, and today I'm bringing you a review of the Sig Proforce M18 Airsoft pistol. Now you may be asking yourself, why in the world is he reviewing an airsoft pistol? And I'm going to show you. The first thing I want to do is I want to thank those Patreon supporters. You're the ones who make these reviews possible. I also want to thank everybody who likes, comments, and subscribes on our videos. It really makes my day, and it makes all these things fun to do, and it makes us able to do more of them. So thanks, and please keep that up. So, why airsoft? Why the Proforce M18? Well, the biggest thing I noticed is I was blown away in how similar the M18 Airsoft is to the full-size P320 carry or compact. So it'll fit all the same holsters, and it's the same magazine ergonomics. So if you want to train, now I'm not the biggest advocate for airsoft training because I've had my own issues with it, but it gets you there. And it gets you there without paying 60 cents a round. And right now I can't even find 9mm, let alone buy it. So this gives you a different option. So let's go over it, and I can show you how you can effectively train with this gun, and you're going to get 90% of the way there. I also have a secret product I've been reviewing that I actually was able to use in this review also. Alright, let's get to it. So I ordered my Sig Sauer Proforce M18 off evike.com. I ordered the actual pistol, and then I went ahead and ordered 2 CO2 magazines. You can see the box here is pretty gorgeous. But so I also ordered 2 CO2 magazines. It comes with a green gas magazine, but I wanted to use CO2 instead. I didn't want to use green gas. You can see from the box here, let's see what all is in here. Wow, okay, so inside there is a nice M18 plastic wrapped for us. We'll just set that to the side for now. Inside here is this is the green gas magazine, and then it also includes the tool to adjust the hop up from the front of the pistol. You just insert this in and you can change it. Also has this nifty little stick, which we'll put over here, and it also has the information that I'm sure we won't read. But taking a look at the pistol, I'm really surprised how similar it is to the actual P320 compact. The slide operates in much the same way. It has the same slide release, slide catch, and actually has its own safety lever. I don't really like having the safety lever, but that's part of what the M18 is, I suppose. I'm also pretty impressed how similar the ergonomics are. It feels just like my P320, and the trigger's even the same. I'm pretty impressed. Even the front end still has the same Picatinny rail. Let's take a look at what's inside the CO2 magazine. Like I said, I didn't really want a green gas. I was thinking this would hold more, but I don't think it actually does. We'll test that out though. So here we have the tool that comes with it, and then the actual magazine here wrapped in plastic. I'm really surprised how similar this is to the actual 21 round magazine on the P320. You can see here, you just slide in the O2 cartridge inside this chamber here. The magazine fits nicely inside the pistol and has a very satisfying click when you install it properly. One of the things I'm most excited about is since they're so similar, you can take your accessories off your full size and put it on the airsoft version if you want to practice. I was also curious if my Knightfall custom holster would fit, and it does. It fits perfectly. I also want to see if it fit my Safariland with the QLS system on it, and I'm happy to report that it fit in there just perfectly. And releasing was also easy. You just press the button down and it slides right out. So let's go into disassembly. So you just raise the slide catch and then you can lower the lever to release it. Actually, here I want to make sure to make note of how you adjust the hop up. Here you use your hop up tool and you can rotate it clockwise to increase it or counterclockwise to decrease the hop up. That way you don't have to disassemble, which is good because it's a huge pain in the rear. Alright, let's get back on disassembly. So just raise the slide catch just like on a P320, push the slide back, rotate lever down, and then release the slide catch and it comes right off. Now what's interesting is this is the same fire control unit as in the P320, the same design, so you can just remove the lever here and then you can actually start to remove the actual fire control unit from the grip. You just gotta wiggle it here and sometimes the trigger gets stuck. Okay, there we go. And so this is just a grip module similar to the P320. Now I wish these ones would have been able to be compatible, but because of the safety cutout here, it actually isn't compatible. So you can see the safety lever cutout that's required. So I would need to make the same cut on this grip, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Reinstallation is easy. Just put the trigger in first and put a little bit of pressure on it so you can get the back end of the fire control unit in first. Once the rear of the fire control unit's in, the front just kind of flops in there. Then you can push the pin back through, which is actually much easier than the real version. Just make sure you have it in the right position. I wish I could say that this slide's easy to put back on, but you need to activate the trigger a couple times because sometimes it catches and sometimes it doesn't. It's actually quite the bear as to get it working properly. So take that off as few times as you can. But other than that, it's pretty amazing. I wanted to show you how similar the magazines were. So here's a 21 round P320 magazine compared to the Sig Proforce M18. You can see the ergonomics are almost identical, so if you were able to train with the Airsoft version, it would definitely translate into the full-size P320. Now here's the green gas version of the magazine. You can see where you can service it and where the actual release lever is. It's a very nice magazine though. The CO2 version is the same metal construction, and you want to make sure to lubricate the release and actually where the O2 cartridge goes into. Now I was curious if they held the same amount of rounds, so I tested it, and it holds both 23 in the green gas version and it holds 23 in the CO2 version. So there's really no different. The bottom part of the CO2 is really just to hold the CO2 cartridge and doesn't give you any extra room for bullets, but still, they're very nice magazines made out of metal. Can't complain. The base plate on the green gas is a little loose, which scares me a little bit from my previous usage, but the CO2 version is super sturdy, so very happy with that. I don't think I'll be using the green gas version. I'm going to leave this one on the table. So I also want to show you how the magazines work in terms of using regular magazine holster. So here I have a G-code holster showing you that the magazines fit in just like the regular full-size versions and don't have any issues with retention. Here they stay in sturdy and they're not just going to fall right out. It works perfectly. I really do love G-code. I'll tell you that right now. Here we have the Warrior Poet Society Blue Alpha Gear Belt with the S-Tac Kiwis mag pouches. Here there's absolutely zero problems. These go into the mag pouches extremely tight. There's very good retention. I have no concern at all about these mags falling out at any time. These are absolutely wonderful. I recommend these to everyone. Alright, I got a little gong set up behind me, so let's see what this thing can do. So I'd say it's pretty accurate. It's definitely fun to shoot. It has a pretty nice blowback action too. I'm kind of surprised on how good that is. It kicks a little more than my CZ, which is nice because the more kickback you get, the more of a realistic response you can get to actually real shooting. So more kickback, more realistic, better training. Let's do some multi-target. I'll hang some different gongs. And no, just in case if you were wondering, I didn't get 5/8 inch steel just to shoot airsoft at. We got some cool videos coming. Alright, let's shoot these little guys. That's fun. So let's take a look at the magazine. I know we already noted that they already have the same ergonomics, but let's see how that works in real life. Let's see if it actually translates into the same level of skill regardless of which magazine you're going to use. So let's do a couple reloads. I'd definitely say it's exactly the same. If you can train with this, you'll be extremely fast on the full size, I promise you. Let's do my favorite drill. Let's do the 3 reload 3. This is an annoying shot to take. A little slow on the reload. That's what this is, right? Practice. So I bet you're saying to yourself, yeah, that's pretty cool, but what else you got? And you just so happen to catch me at the right time when I'm reviewing this. This is the Mantis X10. So this, combined with Airsoft, will actually help you diagnose everything with your shot you could think of. Let me show you how this thing works. This is cool. So the Mantis X10 Elite uses a little sensor that connects on the front of your gun via the Picatinny rail to measure all of your shot vibrations and to measure all the issues with your shots to help you diagnose what you did wrong. Just press the green button to turn it on, and then sync it with your phone. So this is a bit of a sneak peek. I'm going to show you some of the Mantis X functionality. For the rest of it, you're going to have to wait till the full review. So we're going to set this up so it's actually going to be in CO2 mode. So as you see, you can actually do live fire, you can do dry fire, or CO2 cartridges. So we're going to set ours in the CO2 mode. We're in left-handed. We're going to use a pistol. Mounting direction of our Mantis is forward, and in the bottom mount location. And then we're going to go into the open training. As you can see with these 7 shots, which were not the best, we got an average score of an 86. It says we have too little trigger finger. So let's try that again. Let's try and do better. I'll focus a little more on actually slowing down. Alright, so this time, let's really focus on that form and the trigger press. I feel like I did better that time. Let's check the Mantis. So you can see on the app, it's actually telling you what you did wrong. So it keeps telling me I have too much trigger finger because I have a bad trigger technique and I got to work it out. But you can actually see I got an average score of a 94%, which is awesome. And why I say this is so useful, you can use this Mantis with the Airsoft and diagnose your problems. So we can click on here and see what the issue is. Oh, I'm tightening my fingers. Big surprise. What's some of the other issues I'm having? Too little trigger finger. I have a bit of a trigger technique I got to work on. But this is how I'm diagnosing it. So this is awesome. So now you can see how you can use the Mantis X with a simple airsoft pistol in order to really truly hone your pistol skills. And I'm one of the few that can tell you you can actually translate your regular pistol skills. And I'll put a link up to my video right here where you can see those pistol skills do translate by just watching YouTube videos, doing dry fire, and using airsoft. So hopefully this review was helpful. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about airsoft, a little bit about how to train with airsoft, and how to get a Mantis. My full review is coming soon. Alright everyone, take care.